Um, New day. Not the best sleep today, but it's okay. Yesterday we did splurge and we did end up getting out of habit. I do want to say, um, that I was watching a boxing fight and it went all the whole distance. So that's 12 rounds, 3 minutes each round. About a 45-minute event. Intros, um, like the intro to the fighters and the 1 minute break in between and the interviews at the end. And it's like I was so focused on it, so invested in it, all sorts of emotions. The one guy that you're voting for. That's why biases and like building biases isn't good, because if the person loses, then it kind of affects you. It does, especially if you have money on the thing. Can't imagine. But I didn't. But I will say, okay, yeah, I was super focused on the fight, and then now going to sleep, I'm not even trying to consciously think about like the fight, but like every time I wake up a little bit, I'm just like in my mind, it's trying to analyze the fight. Like it's kind of funny. Think about the fight, like analyzing the fight. Oh, he lost. He lost. You're the guy you were going for lost. The guy you went for lost. He lost. Oh my God, he lost. Like this type of feelings while I'm sleeping. It's like this kind of helps me because it lets me know the amount of focus that I need to do to pay attention to my realized wish in order to create those thoughts and sensations. Because imagine if those thoughts and sensations were what I wanted them to be. All it takes is a good 45 minutes of focus, nonstop focus, excitement. And you can go to sleep and wake up with all types of thoughts about like, I'm this, I am this, I am this. Oh my God, I am this, I am this. Imagine, like it's so easy for me to go to sleep, watch a fight, go to sleep, and start thinking about all these boxing event thoughts because I was so focused in the fight. But imagine if I like got super focused in my dreams and stuff, and I made it like really real and alive, and then I went to sleep in that sensation. It's like, okay, you know what I mean? It's like I would wake up with that feeling, those sensations of like, yeah, I'm my dream, I'm my goal, you know? Because sometimes, bro, sometimes I woke up, like in the past, you'd wake up with like intense joy randomly. And that means you probably did something right the previous day. You probably did something really right to get that experience, to wake up with joy, tears of joy, perhaps, and like about your dreams. I know there was this artist named Tyla. She said that before she got her big hit, Water, she went to sleep and she just saw like a bunch of flashes of the numbers going up and like her song doing well, and then her song did well. So it's like she predicted the future. She was like in a fourth dimensional time sphere of like predicting that her song went well. So it's like it has to get to that level. It has to get to that level, like where you go to sleep and you feel it, bro. And this type of thing can be done consciously. Like you don't have to wait for anything to happen. Like she felt like, oh my God, my song, it's gonna do really well. The numbers, the numbers. It's like, bro, I could do that shit too, but I have to build it consciously. She didn't do it. She didn't like consciously build it. Her shit just kind of naturally happened because she made the song. But imagine if you can consciously create that state going to sleep. That's a beautiful thing. And life will be better. You'll be more excited. So, yesterday I did get off habit and I did splurge. But I will say, I still learned what it takes to impress the subconscious, because 45 minutes of undivided focus, of excitement of a thing, anticipation of a thing, and then performing it and feeling excited about it will create that state. It was easy to be excited watching that fight. Same thing. So if I just have to like apply the same thing to my dreams and goals, I have to create the vision, create the assumption, create that amount of anticipation and energy and joy towards my goal, being, oh my God, my goal, oh my God, yes, I did my goal, yes. Going into sleep. How else are you going to get anything done in life if you don't have the confidence and the clarity and the love for it, the love embodying it already? And so that's the only way. Consciousness is the one and only reality. Whatever your mind is holding, that's your reality. It's like, bro, it creates a powerful state, and it moves things in this life. Every interaction you have, like, it deals with this type of what's going on in your inner being. You happy? That happiness rubs off, and the world sees it, and the world changes according to your happiness. Even if somebody comes at you angry, if you could remain happy, you change it. It doesn't affect you, and the world changes around you. And that guy might learn to be happy after that. A lot of stories like that, bro. A lot of stories like that. So you have to change yourself within, Julius. Within is the way. You learned a lot today, or yesterday. You just have to get back at it. Like, today was a splurge day. Just get back at it, bro. Don't put yourself down. Don't end up in a rut. Don't even focus on that. Just get to the gym, like you said. Like, do the cardio and get back to it, bro. It's light. It's really light. I'm about to drink this water. I'm about to read this book. I'm about to practice some more visualization or law of assumption. And I'm about to just get better. I'm about to get the spiritual understanding of all this stuff, to know it feelingly. I know I could do it. I know I could do it. I know it's not. I know it's just as quick as just accepting your goal as a present fact. That's the thing, is like, consciously you can accept your goal as a present fact. You can be like, I know I can do this. But unless you get it subconsciously, then reality won't change. Now look, the reality is already changing because I'm giving myself subconscious impressions. But these impressions have to be stronger than the counter impressions that are in there, which is my old self. Once that new self gets bigger and stronger, then it's over. Things begin to happen. So it's like, I can assume the feeling, but my subconscious has to get the feeling. It has to get the feeling. How you know your subconscious gets the feeling is that when you walk outside, you react differently. When you talk, you react differently. You wake up differently. You no longer really need to try to get to the state. It's just happening naturally. So yeah. Anyways, we are going to read the book, take a shower, go to the gym, take a shower, eat food, or meditate, or do yoga, pranayama meditation, watch a video while we're eating. I don't know, that's what I do. It's one time. And then read again, law of assumption, and then start building the kitchen dining room island. Kitchen island. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Anyways, yeah. Deep down, there's subtle feelings going on within you. And it's your job to consciously place whatever feelings you want in there. From said guru, which is, in my opinion, I think he's enlightened. I haven't been in his presence yet, but this guy seems like he knows a lot. He consecrated Dhyana Linga. He built a whole foundation with millions of people. He teaches a whole yoga practice. While not doing any active yoga himself, he just created it for other people. On top of all that, he's managing so many things, and he still has time to talk to individual people. So, if anybody's close to enlightenment, I would think it's that guy. And he said that, thoughts and emotions are the same thing, except emotion is a more concrete block of a thought, basically. That's my paraphrasing. Meaning, like, you can change your thoughts quickly, but to change your emotion, it takes some time, but eventually it comes around. So, he says you can create a lot by your intention. You can create even more by your thinking. You can create a lot more with your emotions. And then you can create a whole everything moving with you with your consciousness. something deeper than thoughts and emotions. But you start with intention, thinking, and emotions. And eventually, consciousness will embody itself in some particular way. But he's basically saying thoughts and emotions are the same thing. It's just an emotion is more of a thought that's been like compiled, I'm guessing, sustained over a longer period of time. So according to this enlightened master, you think, you have your intention, you think, you feel, and it starts creating things in your life. Never once did he say any action. I'm assuming that action happens naturally when your thoughts and emotions are so intensely focused in one direction. So, you go through life and you see that you feel bad and your life will be bad. If you change the way you think, eventually you'll change the way you feel. And if you change the way you think and feel, eventually your life will change. And everything in life will be according to the way you think and feel, eventually. It is an illusionary thing, but it's basically how things get created in this physical plane, through thoughts and emotions. So, all held up on the basis of consciousness, whatever that is. You have to experience it, obviously. So the job of the human being is to think and feel himself the way he wants to think and feel himself, and his life will change. If you aren't creative, think you are creative. And eventually you'll begin to feel creative. If you keep thinking, you are creative. And when you think and feel you are creative, then you begin to create, depending on the specific creativity you are dialing into. If you want to be a musician, if you want to be an actor, then you must be an actor. You must think like an actor. You must think you are an actor. And then eventually you'll feel like you're an actor. To get even more specific, you want to be an A-list actor. You want to be a big actor in big movies. You must think from the person that you are. You must think that you are a A-list actor, and you must think that you are in big movies before you can ever get into a big movie. You must feel, and then eventually you'll feel that you are an A-list actor, and you'll feel that you are in big movies, and you are in big movies. And it has to become so constant that when you are walking outside, your perspective changes. What you used to do when you cowered up in fear in certain situations, you no longer do that because you have achieved a subjective change within yourself. You became the A-list actor. And today, the mind will say, yeah, but you need to see proof of this thing first. It's like, how can you see proof of anything? Like people who start in the hood or start in like a place where it has no correlation to their goal, how could they think and feel? Or how could they gather evidence? They need to go beyond evidence. They need to go with their thoughts and emotions. Like Quentin Tarantino's story. The guy was working at a video archives. And naturally, I'm assuming that deep down, he thought he was a great writer and a great director. Deep down. Like, he really felt like he understood movies and understood film a lot. And that was his vibration, subjectively. And he tried at first to succeed physically. He tried to carry out his own independent film, and it failed miserably. He tried to rearrange surfaces with his will, with his action, and it just didn't work. But over time, his mind became crystallized as a filmmaker, he studied the greats, analyzed the greats, and in turn, he crystallized his consciousness. He crystallized his subjective mind to become a mixture of all the filmmakers he loves, which obviously has his unique touch because he's an individual, which ultimately led to his friends saying, Quentin, these stories are pretty good. I'll tell you what, let me pitch it. Give me 3 months and I'll pitch these to studios. And in 3 months' time, he got an offer for $600,000, and a couple months later, he got an offer for $1.2 million, and that was for Reservoir Dogs. And then the rest is history. He also wrote in that time before, I'm pretty sure he wrote True Romance and sold that and was able to make a living off of that. But basically, like, he kind of given up already when he was working at Video Archives. But his consciousness was so solidified and crystallized in being that he, deep down, even though he didn't consciously accept it on the surface, subconsciously it was already accepted that he was a master filmmaker. Hence, he had a great career. And it was as if he wasn't even trying anymore, and things just kept coming to him. His friend offered him an idea to pitch the script, and the rest is history. That's just one story of many examples. Chris Pratt, I'm not 100% sure of his story. You know, that's a good thing to research today. When I'm done meditating, when I'm done doing my yoga, when I'm done doing my pranayama and my meditation, I'm gonna eat and I'm gonna watch Chris Pratt's story, how he started. Because my friend said that he started working as a waiter. All right. So this will be interesting to dissect his story. But, you know, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to understand that Chris Pratt's subjective mind as well was aligned with being an actor. He was ready. He might have not thought consciously about it all, but he was ready for it. His vibration was pitched to it, whether it happens randomly or not. That's how things happen in life, I guess. Like Matthew McConaughey, Chris Pratt, you're literally walking into a bar or working as a waiter and get a opportunity. Yeah, this thing happens in Hollywood, but this thing can happen anywhere. Anya Taylor-Joy. That's an example. You know, Quentin Tarantino working at Video Archives. You know, like his normal job, and all of a sudden his life, boom. Once the subconscious crystallizes in your assumption, in your goal realized, then it doesn't matter. Your conscious mind could complain all it wants. It's already gonna happen. Same thing likewise. Same thing, vice versa. If your subconscious is rooted in failure, but your conscious mind is saying, I am successful, then you'll continue to be a failure. Your goal as a human being is to, or your goal, in order to achieve your goal, is to convince your subconscious, make your subconscious realize your goal as a present fact. And once that happens, the subconscious will move, and it will move fast. And your life will move in a shocking way. A very shocking way. At first, it's just your job to keep yourself aligned with that state until the subconscious accepts it. Once the subconscious accepts that state, bro, it's fucking go time, bro. Like, the shit will begin to move fast. Things will begin to happen. You better be ready. You will be ready because the subjective change has happened. You will never be ready if the subjective change has not happened. Because if the things come and you haven't changed subjectively, then they will just collapse. But if you change subjectively, those things will flourish. You are ready. So subjective change is the deepest thing. Reprogramming your mind, subconscious mind, getting into a drowsy state, hypnotic state, and affirming and realizing your wish is already completed. Do not listen to the mind saying, oh, but I need to see it, because that's what it's trying to assume, that you need to see it. Remember, these things just happen out of nowhere to people. Like, it's random. It appears as random, but it isn't. It's just a subjective change. Bro, I'm telling you, your life can look one way, and in about a day or two or a week, a month, it could completely look like something different. I could be walking the red carpet in 6 months' time. I could be walking the red carpet in 6 months' time. I could be meeting all my favorite idols in 6 months' time. I could be filming a very great movie in 6 months' time. I could be a happy, joyful, creative, confident, hardworking, all in the flow state human being in less than 6 months' time. Things can happen very rapidly. You can walk outside, you can meet somebody, you can encounter something, and things will just happen. You can make a lot of money out of nowhere. These things happen, man. I believe in the power of life. I believe in the power of life. I believe in the power of my subconscious mind. I believe in myself. And I believe in life.
and I believe in these things happen, and I believe that it is happening to me, and I know it is happening, and I know it will happen. It is happening, and it was always happening, and I know it will happen. Yeah, that's basically this clip.